Hi, I'm Brianna. Many of my friends, specifically sorority friends, have requested like a mini tutorial over the years of how I get such volume in my hair. And it wasn't until recently that I decided to actually commit to that. And so I want to show you guys my everyday large hair look. Granted, this is not necessarily something that most people wear every day. I have grown accustomed to it because I feel like it makes my face look different. I have a very round face, and by making my hair taller, I feel like it actually makes it less round. That might just be me, but now I feel like my head's an odd shape and it needs to be larger with hair. So, without further ado, I will show you the products that I use, the products that I have used and why I use them now, and just kind of how I achieve that look. And so let's get started. So first and foremost, I did shower today. Now, I know that most people shower every day and wash their hair at least every other day or every day. So what I have chosen to do is wash my hair, because my biggest secret to the biggest hair is to never really wash your hair, to be honest with you. It's not very good for it. And I know that you have to be clean, and dry shampoos and all that good stuff really help me maintain the longevity of my hair washing. So to be honest with you, I probably only wash my hair about once every 4 days. And I know it sounds really gross, but it really helps out with my hair. I do use a lot of oil still, and I think that it helps prolong my haircuts, and it actually helps it be a lot healthier. I know that I don't live in a super dry place anymore. Being in Seattle, we do have a lot of weather, a lot of rainy weather, and it's still really dry, so I try not to wash my hair very often. So why I'm telling you that is I'm washing my hair, blow dried it to kind of show you the effect of what it looks like once I have dried my hair, and how backcombing and making a large hair, what it looks like on that fresh hair. The products that I use in the shower, I use organics. I've used it for quite a few years. I really enjoy the products, and I like how they have so many different kinds of smells, different formulas, so I like to switch between all of those. Really liked it. And then I just blow dry, and before blow drying I actually use this good stuff. Let me let it focus. So it's the Pantene Pro V Blow Dry Cream Thermoprotector. Now, I'm a pretty frugal person. I don't like spending a lot of money on these products. I know it's probably not great for my hair, but at the same time, it helps me get a little bit creative at the drugstores. So the formula is pretty, it's not super fragrant, and one pump is all I need for a lot of hair. I do try to tend to put the product on from ears below. I do a little bit on the front part of my face, like around with the bangs, just because they do tend to fly away quite a bit and get a little bit staticky. And then halfway through my blow dry, I use this guy. Okay, so you kind of saw that, but it's Hair Chemist Limited Coconut Oil Hair Serum, Heals, Shines, and Protects. And I actually got this from TJ Maxx, but the serum is fantastic. I'm a huge fan of hair oils. I've tried quite a few of them, and again, because I am a little bit more frugal, I don't always go with the high-end products. Moroccan oil is by far my favorite, but this is a close second so far. And again, it was only $6.99 at TJ Maxx, and it's fantastic. I've used probably half the bottle. I do use, when I'm blow drying my hair halfway through again, about 1 to 2 pumps depending on what my hair is feeling. Today I only needed 1. And then almost every day or every other day I use this, either while I'm styling my hair or before I go to bed, depending on, again, what my hair tells me it needs. And then as we go through backcombing, I have found a new favorite product to use while teasing, and that is Garnier Fructise Style new Deconstructed Texture Tease Dry Touch Finish Spray with Micro Mineral Powder. Holds, lifts, and texture with reworkable finish. So extra strong hold actually on a scale of 3. Again, this is really my favorite product I've used. And my hairsprays that I've used in the past, Suave, Big Sexy Hair. I love the Aussie smell, so I use a lot of the Aussie products. And then Garnier. So without further ado, let me show you the Holy Grail. This guy is what helps me achieve the big hair. It's probably my favorite comb I've ever used. I have gone through 3 of them, mainly because I think people used to borrow them and never get them back. But it's all worked out in the end. I have this guy, and I actually got it at Sally Hansen in like their large comb bin section, and I want to say that it was like $5. I don't know. It's really outlived its cost, and it's really effective. The other combs that I use to rid myself of the backcombing at the end of the day is this bad boy. It's a little dirty. Again, really worn, but a wide tooth comb is essential when backcombing frequently and trying to get out the backcomb. A lot of people have asked me after I've done their hair at the end of the night, what do I do with this? Most of the time it's in the morning, let's get real. And after they're sleeping on it and really letting it mat up some more, a wide tooth comb is the best way to get it out. And I could talk about that at the end if you would like, just to how to get that out. And then during blow dry, I use this little guy just to make sure that I get the best volume possible by blow drying my hair in front of my face. That can, we can have another tutorial for that, but let's stick to this guy. So I have seen quite a few videos on this, and I tried to use some of the stuff that they use, try to use some of their suggestions, so that's why I'm doing this, because it is a little bit different. I'll try to explain everything in great detail as I go through, but if you do have any questions, please feel free to leave any comments below and I'll answer them for you. Okay, so first and foremost, the everyday look, I'm not going to go for a huge poof starting here all the way back, which I do enjoy, don't you get me wrong, but I do like to keep it a little bit more calm, keep a part in there, and by doing so I like to start in the front and then work my way back. So starting on this side, just grab a little section of hair. This will all depend on your hair type. If it's thick enough for this strand, I have pretty thin hair over on this side just because I have really thick bangs at this point in time that I'm growing out, and so all of my hair is over here. So you can see that it's really not much, but it'll still work. Grabbing that section about halfway through, you can kind of see where my hair is growing out, about probably 2 inches above. Start just bringing that hair down. So once you've brought it down, just like really comb it out once it's down there. It should look like this hot mess. Should be, that means you're doing it right. So put that over to the side, and I spray after because I feel like when you're trying to achieve a style, I don't like putting product on it beforehand because it can tend to weigh it down. So I like to put it in after, which is where the hold needs to stay. It tends to work out better for me. I am not a professional, so teach their own. So spray that in. Grab another section. Again, I'm not really grabbing this front section because I don't want that to be all bound up and everything. So grabbing that side section, probably just about this far above my ears. And then I comb out the top just a little bit. So the top still looks like this, or the end, excuse me. Still a little fluffy. Everything's down up at the bottom. Give it a good spray. One thing to keep in mind, I know some people have talked about this on YouTube, and I love this technique, which is to let it dry, let it set, and that helps prolong the look you're going for. So with this guy, just put it on over. Put it on over. Don't comb it out yet. You look like a Who from Whoville, but trust me, it will calm down. Okay, again, grabbing it from this side. I have a lot of bangs on this side again, so it will be a little bit more thick. So grabbing from up above, moving all that hair down. So what you're doing is by grabbing all of the hair from above, you're moving all of the hair down here. And then by back combing the back comb, I guess that's what it means, you're just moving it down and squishing all of the hair down to a shorter level, which will then in turn put all of your volumization down closer to your head, so it won't be as fluffy, and hopefully your hair won't expose a lot of the back comb look, which is never a good thing. So spray that, move it on over. Some bangs did not want to come through. And I do about 2 layers on the sides. In the back I do a little bit more just because it's just what works out. So going for our second layer here. Thickness, you kind of see here. Pulling the hair down, squishing it under, and I can kind of move in and you can see what it looks like. And then give it a spray. All right, bring it on down. Maybe I look like more like a 80s rock star. Yeah. Okay, so you'll notice sides are done. Sides are complete. They're about halfway through on the crown. So what I'm going to do is pick up the hair, because some of it did get caught in that back combing. So just pick up the remaining hair that's in the back. So you can kind of see the thickness. It's a couple of inches there. And about the same thickness. Start midway through, pushing all the hair down. Do that about 2 or 3 times, and then just try and squish the rest of the back comb down as far as you can. Bring it forward, spray it with the hold, let it dry for a little bit while I'm grabbing the other hair pieces. Today I'm only grabbing 2. I don't want it to be too big. This is an everyday look. Pushing that down, bringing it forward, spraying, bringing it back. I like to shake it out a little bit. Just let that happen. Now I like to leave this for a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds. And this is probably where I'd be picking my jewelry, my outfit out, letting it just chill for a moment. Gravity will allow some of the hair to fall and will actually let it just kind of come out a little bit, look a little bit more natural. But what I'm going to do is just comb through it. With this comb, you want to comb out the hair just on the surface. Do not press into the hair, because it's going to ruin everything you just did. So it's going to go into the back comb and actually take it out, which is defeating the purpose of everything we just did. So by taking the hairs that are laying hopefully just on top of the hair, as you took the hair, because you back comb from the back, all of the mess will be on the back side. Now on the front side, you're going to have the hair that didn't exactly stick within the back comb as you were combing it down. And so that's what we're trying to smooth out over the hair, so it hides everything, all that messiness underneath it, and that will allow you to have the volume but also look like a human being with normal hair that you washed today. So just comb out down through it. And I tend to actually have right about here like a little guy that likes to hop out. So I just comb through here quite a bit and make sure that the bottom of my hair is soft and smooth still, Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, I did flat iron my hair just a little bit, and I like to flat iron my hair upside down. I can give a tutorial for that too, but it allows for the volume to occur and actually pull everything down. So I can describe that later if you guys would like. So just combing this down, combing it out a little bit. This guy is always a lot bigger on this side because there's so much more hair underneath it. And so to match the other side, I do have to comb this one out a little bit more, as I mentioned, so I do press in a little bit more. So if you guys have a side part, you're gonna find that that's going to be an issue. Now I'm taking a little bit more time on this just so I can explain most of it as I go along. But to be honest, this only takes me about 5 minutes now in the morning. And because I don't wash my hair very often and it still has some of the product left in it, it does tease much faster. And I have trained my hair to do that up at the top of my head. All right. So this is the final look. I like to call it a little mini helmet because anytime I've gotten hit in the head with something, like at work, there's this one thing that likes to hit me in the head every now and then. It just pops right off because you can kind of see the buoyancy right there. Just doesn't even hit my head anymore. Okay. All right, so then I just take the finishing spray it over there. I do like to use hairspray at this point because sometimes this gets a little bit sticky, but because this is a first day wash for my hair, it can handle it. About 3 days in, it definitely doesn't need as much product, and I probably could just back comb it without even worrying about it. So that's what this looks like. This is just like an everyday look. If I'm going to work, because I wear my hair up every day at work, just even tucking it back, putting it into a messy bun or something along those lines, makes it look a lot more girly, a little bit more feminine, and makes me feel a bit better during the day while I work, because it's definitely not a cute environment to work in. All right, this is it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Please let me know if you want any more tutorials, because I definitely have enjoyed this. Seeing my face on the screen for about 20 minutes has been fun. So thank you very much.